Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble event guide, I'm going to take a look at the challenge Defeat a Prophecy of Power Mythic mission with full base health in the Prophecy of Power the Priestess event. This challenge unlocked at the same time as Investigate Lighthouse Shape, also Mythic Tyrion, and I did do this in Mythic Tyrion with Sylvanas, you can see that in my Mythic Tyrion guide, but I actually think this is easier to do in Mythic Mor'Ladim, because Mor'Ladim doesn't have any unbounds. Mor'Ladim does have a blizzard, but even though I've done Mor'Ladim many times, then I haven't had Mor'Ladim ever shoot my base with the blizzard. So you don't need any base healing in Mor'Ladim. There's very little things that can go wrong there. As long as you protect against all the incoming stuff, then your base is going to remain undamaged. And in this video I have the easiest comp that I have found to do this with, which is a Rend comp, and then I'm also going to showcase a Ragnaros comp just for fun. So I think this is the easiest comp that you can use to do this. It's a Rend comp, Rend with the Living Bomb talent, so that once you get your Chimera, that's going to have resist from the Fairy Dragon, and you're going to get your Rend all the way to the boss, then they start shooting at the boss, and once your minis start falling, Rend is going to dismount, Living Bomb is going to activate, stuff is going to spawn because your minis are dying, and then hopefully the boss is just going to die. And you have Pyromancer, you have Witch Doctor, they can defend. Even the Griffin Rider is actually pretty decent at defending against all of those beetles. And then you have a Drake as well with Mother Drake talent, so another defensive or offensive tool depending on how you want to use it. So this is my favorite one. But you can also do it with Ragnaros if you happen to have Ragnaros, because when Ragnaros is on your base, well, your base is not going to be damaged, which means that Ragnaros is going to hold much of the defense. All the beetles and stuff battling Ragnaros is just going to smite them away. Ragnaros will need some help against skeletal mages, of course against abominations, meat wagons, gargoyles. But other than that, Ragnaros is going to do much of your defense work. And Ragnaros also makes your armored minis reflect damage. So I have an Earth Elemental here. Once I get, again, my Chimera push is going to go in. And once I get that Chimera push at the boss, I'm going to use Earth Elemental to tank the boss. The boss is going to take some damage from that as well. And I also have the ability to drop an Earth Elemental, so that between the boss and the minis, if there's a whole bunch of minis out there, and then drop a Living Bomb so that there's going to be a huge explosion. The huge explosion can take around one phase of the boss's health. An Earth Elemental, because of the damage reflect, a single Earth Elemental can take around half a phase of boss's health. So while you mainly want to push with the Chimera, you have some ways that you can damage the boss, even if you don't have a push going right there at the moment. And this is what these comps look like in action. First, let's do Rend, and I think this is the easiest way to do this. So obviously here I can't let any of those beetles or anything reach my base, because my base can't take any damage. But I will have various options to hold them back, and they do die pretty quickly once you hit them. So here I'm going to send a Chimera to attack the tower. I have a Priestess accompanying it, so it's going to get some heals, and I'll send this Griffin Rider out there as well, so I'll be able to take the tower down. Typically, if it's just the Priestess and the Chimera, then it's just a chance that the Chimera will die. But here we go rather nicely. If I were to send a fourth mini there, then most likely there is going to be a blizzard. But now the Griffin Rider died, so now I was able to send Rend in. Pretty daring, actually. Somehow there is no blizzard this time. Maybe I should not have sent the Fairy Dragon, because 3 minis sometimes proc a blizzard, 4 minis much of the time they do. But I managed to get the push, the perfect push at the boss. And here we go, getting through one phase, getting through another, Rend, Living Bomb, boom, dead. That's how it sometimes goes. Then let's do the same with Ragnaros. So now we have Ragnaros going to protect my base, but first I need to find Ragnaros. So this wasn't quite the ideal hand. Obviously I would want to get Ragnaros out there immediately, and then if I have Ragnaros, then I can just start working my way from there. Now I didn't have Ragnaros, so now I'm considering, okay, so do I actually need to try to take the tower first before I even play Ragnaros, because the Witch Doctor is holding the other flank. But in order to take the tower, I really need to have a Priestess healing those Chimera and Pyromancer. I thought about putting out the Fairy Dragon there, but then I thought that okay, that might get the blizzard on me, so maybe I don't dare. Maybe it's safer this way. And so far it looks pretty good. Chimera doing a lot of work. Priestess, keeping it healed. I'm not putting more minis out there so that I won't get a blizzard, hopefully. Although I did get a blizzard anyway. But my Chimera did survive, which is... oh, then it died. Well, alright. Be that as it may. Oh, look what I have coming. I have another Chimera, ready to go. I should have sent it a little bit faster, should have sent it at the top, maybe. No, actually it was perfect timing. So the enemies didn't just spawn right underneath it. Because sometimes when the minis spawn right underneath it, then they're able to actually kill the Chimera. But now this is actually really good, and I even will have an opportunity in mind because I just got rid of all of those periodically spawning minis. Now ready with the Earth Elemental. Maybe should have sent the Earth Elemental straight on top, so then it would not have pulled the ghoul out there. So possibly a small error right there. And I should have been ready with a living bomb there too. I think there was a period of time there where a living bomb, I think, could have even killed the boss already. But I was looking at my base, so could have made it easier. I'm making it a little bit harder on myself. That's okay. Now there's those skeletal mages, and Ragnaros is going to need a bit of help against the skeletal mages, so I need to cycle a little bit. As you can see, the skeletal mage is just chilling there. Although it did die to the damage reflection, I guess. Right, sending out another Chimera. If I want to defend the tower, I need to defend it fast. But I'm thinking right now that I'm not going to defend the tower at all. There are so many minis on the right lane. I'm just going to pull some of those minis with the Earth Elemental, and then I'm going to Living Bomb. And once that happens, boom, the boss is gone. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.